Hey Facebook, welcome back. This is Sarah from Precision Camera, and now I have Jack from Panasonic Lumix. So as a lot of you are probably familiar with, Panasonic has a great variety of Micro Four Thirds mirrorless cameras, but we're going to talk about their latest, the GX85.
Thanks, Sarah. So I really love the GX85, and the reason why I love it is I am a real stickler for sharpness, and this does a lot of really cool things to make sure I get sharp photos. So this actually has no anti-aliasing filter. So what it means is I'm going to retain all that detail I capture and not have it kind of be blended out. It's got 5-axis stabilization built into the body. What I like about that is it actually supports dual IS. So if I put like an old analog lens, I can actually do it and be 5-axis stabilized. So if I went to your used department, you got a lot of cool stuff, put an adapter on.
Yeah, that's a huge thing that people do with mirrorless is adapting old classic glass.
Absolutely. So I could do that, and then I would be 5-axis. But if I used a modern lens from Panasonic that's stabilized, the lens and the body will both stabilize at the same time.
That's awesome. And one thing to point out too about the no anti-aliasing filter is that this is the first Micro Four Thirds camera from Lumix to have that, right?
Absolutely, or not have that. It's one of,
to have the absence of.
Yeah, it's one of those fun things.
But not have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's really, really sharp in stills or in 4K video. And I like the stabilizer because it also works in 4K. So I can, it's like having a gimbal in my hand.
Yeah, because I don't think on the GX8 it does not work in 4K.
No,
correct?
It doesn't.
So this is actually, it has a little bit of an edge.
Yeah,
a little bit of an edge for that reason.
Yeah, it's a new technology platform. And then the other thing that I really like about this, I don't think we'll be able to pick it up easily on mic. Can you?
The shutter's really lovely.
Lovely. We're going to use that.
That's kind of the best way.
I don't know if that's the best way, but can you guys? Yeah.
It's just nice and soft and quiet and has a really good feel to it.
Yeah, it's internally dampened.
It's
electromagnetic.
Electromagnetic shutter.
Yeah, absolutely. So the way I like to think about it is the shutter actually glides over the surface of the sensor. And this means when I'm shooting 3 frames in, I do a lot of wildlife stuff. The shots are not ruined by vibration at all.
Do it again.
Absolutely. I could do this all day. So sharp. So sharp.
It sounds so good.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's really sharp in that 3 ways. Stabilization, no filter, and then of course it's got that great shutter. I also like a couple of the little things that we don't really normally think of as huge features. The USB is non-proprietary,
which is nice.
So what do I mean by that? Well, if you have an Android device or just want to put a USB cable this, I can put this on my card charger to tap off the battery.
Nice. So you don't have to rely on a wall outlet, or you don't have to take the battery out and plug it in.
I never remember.
It means you're carrying less too, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So really cool. And then we take it granted, we forget about this sometimes because all of our cameras do it, but this is touchscreen. So I'm right now changing the white balance. I can do all that stuff. I also have a really good app, the Panasonic Image app. Controls every major electronic function of this camera.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
One thing I'll totally disclaimer, I own a Panasonic camera. I have one of their point and shoots, the ZS100, and one of my favorite features of it is the touch screen, because it's touch screen everywhere throughout the entire menu, and I mean it's really set up to be used as a touch screen. It's really not set up to be used where you press the buttons around. It's set up for you to touch and change things quickly, which is nice.
I use it for review a lot when I'm reviewing photos. I can just swipe just like I would through my phone. So that's a keeper. That looks pretty cool.
So, and of course you get like post focus and 4K photo mode, which is always fun.
Yeah, no, 4K photo is great.
30 frames per second.
And 8 megapixels. People don't realize that 1080p video is around 2 megapixels. 4K is 8. So I can get some really good prints.
You can actually get a still from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like here, it's going to sound like a little thing, but it's not little to me, is that we actually have a new...
The black and white.
Monochrome.
Yes.
This is an amazing setting. So it's got a gamma that's really designed for black and white. So it's really going to pop and look nice. And so I'm kind of a stickler for image quality. Normally I would go into silver effects and do all my black and whites there. But now, honestly, this is so good that I shoot in RAW plus JPEG. My JPEG is already going to look like this. And 9 times out of 10, I just keep the JPEG it's in black and white.
Cool.
I mean, I've got the RAW there if I want to work with it in Lightroom. But 9 times out of 10, this is really good.
Yeah, and the lens it comes with is this tiny little 12 to 32 that I love, that when you close it down, super nice and compact. The profile is very minimal. So, and there's a great 35 to 100 lens that really matches it. It's maybe yay big, and it pops out just a little bit. Very, very tiny little camera bag. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And then both of those lenses have that dual IS, so I can have something in my pocket that's actually going to be stabilized.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, Jack. We appreciate it.
Great to be here. It's a good show.
Cool.
See you later.
Bye, guys. See you later this afternoon.